Hey everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of Nations. I believe this is episode 16. As you can see, we're out here in our little fishing area of the village. Oh, it's almost nighty time. And I want to do a little bit of building over here, especially the two plots behind me. I was kind of going for in these two, I had in my brain that the water, there was actually let me spin around here. There was actually kind of like a retaining wall or something over here, and the water just like rushed in as in the nation's lore, this place kind of froze over and thawed and froze over and thawed, and it just like all of this water came rushing in and actually destroyed these or parts of these three buildings here. So we're going to be building this one today. And I might even do these two. I'm not 100% sure yet. I just feel, I'm in the mood for building at the moment. So I figured, why not give it a shot? But I think first what I'm going to do before I do any of that is I kind of want to grab up some of this brick. Or this clay, excuse me. Because I haven't gotten any clay at all in this whole series. And we've got phantom blocks. So I'm going to grab up this clay. Probably some of the gravel as well, just because, I kind of want to make it look a little more splotchy and not as flat. And I'll take a nap, and we'll get back to it once we are doing some building. And we're back with a little bit of clay in the belly. I actually, had no idea that you can actually smelt this and make terracotta. Oh, man. You learn something new every day. I've been playing this game since it came out. I have no idea how it works. So anyways, I'm just looking kind of where our little, I guess, fish market is going to be. Since this is going to be like the fishing area section thingy. And, I kind of see this path here, which can change, and this path that'll lead, to the other houses. And I'm kind of thinking maybe, like, this path over here, will stop here and come to this one. And I want this to have, I don't want these all to be the same. I think that would be a bit boring. So what I'm thinking for right here is we can put maybe like a 3-wide entrance here, and we can use this as the middle block for it. So we can just, do a little bit of something like that. Like this, this foundation was actually in the ground here. Yeah. So instead of being on the same level as this house, or I guess it could be on the same level as this house. We could actually have our wood in here, like this. Oh yeah, that would look kind of cool. Let's do that instead. Yeah. So obviously I'm going to do a lot of mossy stuff instead of the regular stone brick and regular cobblestone, etc. But I just want to kind of lay a foundation here instead of building the whole thing up at the moment. So, yeah, we'll have our wood on that level, not this level. This is where our stone brick and such goes. Duh. And kind of like the farmhouse, we can have windows here and here. And that might mean that we can put... how do we want to do this, actually? If we do that... We can only have it 3 here, and then we can have this continue this way. But I think I want this one to be 9 wide, starting sort of here. I don't think that's going to look that bad, actually. So we got, yeah, I kind of like that as a foundation. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... What would that be? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go one more just so it's odd. And 9. Awesome. Okay, I don't mind that. And then we'll just bring it around this way. Alright, there is the foundations for our ruined house. Now, obviously I'm not going to build this one up like this, because this water came rushing in and slammed into most of this house here. As you can see, it kind of like pooled over here, slammed in right over here. So I'm not going to build this whole thing up like I did here. A lot of this has come down, obviously. I have the floor in here, but I'm going to do a lot of breaking up of the floor with some stair blocks. I have a bunch of them made up here. We're going to break this floor a lot, probably wrap around sections of the floor that are going to look really bad. Kind of like a oh, if I could place stair blocks correctly. Kind of like a so, and have the floor actually broken up into mangled pieces. I wonder if I can. I still can't place stairs. That's a thing with me. Yeah, so we're gonna have huge cracks in the floor, holes, sort of like that, etc., etc. I'm gonna have a field day with just breaking this floor. And now that the floor is all broken up, as you can see here, we've got some huge patches where the wood is disintegrating. We can take out pieces of the wall here. And what I'll probably do is leave a couple here and there, probably take out like a couple of here, and then take out pieces here, and I'll just move them down. Let me grab some mossy stuff here, actually, so that way we can see where the wall has actually, is starting to get a little nasty. Because of all this, being underwater, etc., etc., and we can have pieces of it that have actually just disintegrated into cobblestone. But yeah, we'll have this just signify that, this house went through essentially a flood, more or less. And the stuff that's up here, we can, turn into mossy or cracked stone, etc., etc., just to denote that it also, is sitting in the elements and kind of was absolutely hammered by this this rush of water. And something else that we can do that'll add a little character is we can strip these logs here to show that this water has eroded away the bark off of the log. Yeah, that looks a little more destroyed. Absolutely. So I went a little crazy, especially on this back wall here, and I might bring some of this back just so we have a structure here. I'm not going to leave this like this, obviously, but what I might do is, where the water's rushed in and it's kind of rushed through the house, etc., and then you kind of want to just build up sections of the house that are still standing. Like here, the trees, or the logs, obviously, were knocked over when they came in, crumbling the house and taking parts of the house with it. But some of these other sections actually fared pretty well and have stayed. So these sections here, we will actually build up. I might put a block on that one too. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to pick out where windows and such would have been. And we'll go ahead and, let me put a moss there. Let's do a mossy one there. And we'll go ahead and actually build up parts of the structure here. And, obviously don't be afraid to mix in some stairs and some slabs. In this case, the only thing that we really have here is some mossy stairs and slabs. We could do some, cobblestone and stuff. It would just be nice if, hey, Mojang, can you throw us a bone here and give us cracked variants for this stuff? That would be great. And now what I'm doing here is I'm just planning out where, like, a normal window may have been. So I'm gonna sort of frame out the window, more or less. And I might actually put some glass panes in there, maybe even some fences. Yeah, I might put a fence here and a glass pane up there, maybe, just to show that this was actually a window at one point. Let's use that one instead. And then now we have a place to anchor a quasi-roof. And we can do the same over here in the back. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably these two in the center would be the window if I were to put one on this house anyways. So here we could just build up a section where we might be able to throw another connecting point to a sort of roof, if not a full roof. And here is the mostly finished product. I don't think I want to add too much more to this. I think it looks pretty good. I like having a mainly ruined house, something, standing right next to this thing that gives it a little perspective that, oh, this is still standing, but this place is gone. Just absolutely gone. The only thing that it's really missing is just, signs that it's been here for a bit. So I'm just going to spam a couple of pieces of bone meal here, just to show that this is been sitting here in the elements for a while now. I'll probably throw a couple of vines on it as well. Just, you know, add a little bit more character. But yeah, this is starting to look better already. Totally, absolutely. So if we throw a vine up here, one over here probably. And it would be awesome if I could stick it to half blocks, but no worries, we'll put one on that side. But essentially what I've got going on here is the floor is all ruined here. You know, we did the sides the other in earlier, excuse me, man, words are hard. So then I just went around and I was like, well, you know, part of the roof would crumble right here, so let's put part of the roof here. And I did that a little bit on the outside, and then I was like, this place would also have a chimney. And I was going to put a campfire there next to the hearth, but the wood would have gotten washed away. Maybe some of the coals were left behind. I put some barrels here that, like, as the water came in, they would slam into something and then get stuck there, you know, kind of just floating, bobbing, etc., etc. I have part of the roof still on this side, and I might go get a piece of glass and put it here, and maybe another... Do I have another one of these? Not in my inventory. And put another one of these here. Sorry, I thought I just heard a noise. But yeah, I think this actually came out pretty well. Oh, and of course the shutters. Gotta have the shutters. Yeah, I think this came out pretty well. I'm happy with it. That is a vine and not bone meal, so there's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I'll also tie this into the path as well. So once we get our path set down, I'll probably put some like oak planks or oak slabs here. So that way it looks like, you know, this did slope down and then come into this house in the front door. I was going to put a door here too just to signify, but I decided against it. Yeah, I think this came out pretty well. I think I am going to build up these two right now as well. I might do a little terraforming on that one, so it looks like half is above, and the other half of it fell in as the water came through. But I might do this in the form of a time lapse though. So yeah, we'll check back once the time lapse is over. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. A huge shout out to Pixel Riffs for giving the amazing tutorials on using the replay mod. Honestly, man, couldn't have done it without you. It was absolutely just amazing, the in-depth tutorial that you went over to use that mod. And I think it turned out pretty well. That was my first time lapse using the replay mod as well, so any tips or tricks anybody out there has, let me know. But I have been a busy bee in between the time lapse, and now, as you can see, we've got ourselves our fishing district. I think it turned out pretty good. There's a couple terraforming things that I think I'd like to do, but yeah, we've got our one little cottage over here that's been half destroyed. Excuse me, with the water rushing in on this face over here. We've got our other little cottage here that's been half destroyed. I guess 3/4 the way destroyed. No, there's just one wall standing. And then I wanted to get a couple of trees over here as well. So I've got a huge oak tree. I love these things. We've got a kind of a button oak tree, and then this guy here with a little beehive. Not a 115, obviously. We're still on 114. But yep, a little beehive there. Little seating area. I might put something here. I don't know. Campfire, who knows. And then our other broken down house / cottage over in this area. But yeah, I'm super stoked with how this turned out. I might even put like a rock formation over here somewhere, or in the water. Ooh, actually, in the water is not a bad idea. And then over on this side, I do want to put... excuse me. I do want to put like a dock, a smaller dock than the one we have out there, with a couple of boats in it. And I might just do a couple Minecraft boats and then try my hand at custom making some boats. But no, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Kind of a shorter episode because it is getting kind of late and I still need to edit some of this and get it out to you all. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nations. I can't wait to get started on the next section of Anthera. And in the meantime, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you enjoyed what you see. And, you know, to keep up to date with all of our random shenanigans that we're going to be doing. And I will see you all in the next episode.